anything. Nothing is off limits. And I'm here again today. Before we get into it, I'm gonna say, if you haven't subscribed, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel so that when I put up any video, you are a member of the family and you can see it. Okay, and you know, when I'm sitting right here is something juicy, something nice, something amazing. Okay, today we, as we always do, get a topic, put it out, and then get suggestions, and then we read it out here. So what are we talking about today? Today it's about girls who trap men down by getting pregnant. Girls who trap men to be with them by getting pregnant and having a baby by them. So let's get into it. So when we put it out there, oh my god, it was so many comments on this one, and I'm sorry if I don't read a comment, but I promise you always send it. I try to read as much as I can, but we don't want to have the whole time reading, so please leave your ideas and thoughts in the comment section if you have more to contribute on this. Okay, so let's see. What do you think about women who trap men to be with them by having a baby by them? Okay, somebody says, this to me is a sign of desperation and selfishness. Bringing a baby has a lot to do with how the child is going to grow than our selfish desires. Our selfish desires to trap someone down. This is a human we are talking about. Women need to think deep before making this decision. Thank you, Didi. Thank you, Didi, for your comment. What do you think about this? And the next person says, if two are grown up enough to be doing penetration without protection, then you should be ready for the consequences on both of you. Don't commit the crime if you can't do the time. Oh, okay. Penetration and protection. Those two words I noticed. Okay. And then the next person says, I don't really like the way to say women trap men in pregnancy. 2021, every adult should know how babies are made and use protection or be safe. If not, a baby is planned. The responsibility is both. It's an ancient way of thinking, putting everything on the women. What do you think about this? Leave your ideas in the comment section. And then somebody says, if you can't wear a condom, then you should know how to pull out when it's time. You lazy boy. I'm sorry. He said, you lay there and release everything and blame the woman for trapping you. Lazy boy, stupid boy. I'm just reading what somebody said. Please, this is not my word. It's your word. Okay, and then somebody says, first of all, there is no such thing as a woman trapping a man. As women trapping men. If a man is dumb enough to be hitting a woman he don't want to be with raw and bursting a nut all in her, then he is very much aware of the risk of catching STD and the possibility of a baby coming. There ain't no such thing as Planned Parenthood nowadays. People just be a Planned Parenthood nowadays. People just be effing and making babies out of nowhere. Out of nowhere, and boom, they are talking abortion or forced parenthood. And we shouldn't blame or shame a girl for wanting to keep her baby just because the guy decided to chicken out. You go, queen. Yay. I support you. If anything, I advise guys that is not ready for a kid to get a vasectomy or use protection, or even better, stop fucking. Period. That's on period. Okay. What do you think? The next person says, only if the man can give you something, to be honest, like money. Haha, laugh emoji. No, all jokes aside, trapping is bad. Not only are you being selfish by not having the other person's feelings in consideration, you are also putting your child's emotional growth and relationship in a messy Situation. Since the first ever relationship, we as humans have always had our parents, and it's important that it's healthy ones, meaning that healthy parents. If one partner is feeling actually trapped, then it's not ideal. Manageable, but not ideal. So she's just saying that we've always, as humans, we've always had our parents from childhood, and it's very important that your parents are like, understandable and agree on raising you, not feeling trapped and trying to manage, because it's going to affect the child. Okay, and the next person says, I think it's very stupid to think that a man's gonna be with you just because you're carrying his child. He might try to stick around for a while, but eventually he's gonna go back to acting single. Yep. And then the next one says, I'm gonna take this one to be the last one because we cannot. So the next person says, I think it's a big violation for men. It's almost as if they've been raped. That may sound unreasonable, but having someone steal your DNA, then use it for something you never consented to feels like a violation on such a deep level. Baby trapping, sperm stealing, spruggling, whatever you call it. I'm sorry. Whatever you call it, it's a tricky issue to talk without sounding misogynistic. My God, I need a dictionary. But aren't men equally responsible for taking precautions? And no form of contraception is guaranteed, right? When women trap men, it's often for these reasons. I got pregnant on purpose in order to keep him from leaving, says one. We've been together for 5 years. I've been trying to get pregnant by my married boyfriend for a year, says another. I think if I have a baby, he will leave his wife for me. He told me he would never leave me if we found out I was pregnant. So I did it on purpose to make sure. So that's what somebody's saying, that no matter whatever means you trying to get pregnant just because you think somebody's going to stick around, is never going to work. So don't do it. And it's the man and the woman responsible, she says. And to finalize this, with my opinion, you know what? A child is not something to play with. Think about you being born into this world and your parent or one of your parents didn't want you. I mean, at some point, the parents always show up, not all the time. They might leave you for a while and then show up when you're grown and all looking fine and successful, and they'd be like, that's my child. No, that's not your child because you wasn't there. But being said, I think the responsibility is on both of you. If you don't agree to have a baby, do not have a baby just out of being selfish. Okay, there are other ways. Go and adopt a child if you really feel the means, or IVF. There are all sorts of ways to have your child if you want to have on your own. But don't expect anybody to just accept that you got pregnant and expect you to keep the child just because you want to make them be with you. Do not do that. And it's not just a woman's fault. It's on both of you, men and women, to make sure that you really want this before you do it. But I'm still just going to say, please do subscribe to my channel and share and send in your thoughts, opinions, and everything. Instagram is therealest_T, and subscribe, share. Email is transparent.tabletalks@gmail.com. So please just send in your ideas, and let's see you next week. I love you all. Mwah. Bye bye.